So, a few hours ago, it was publicly and officially announced that Rob Pattinson has been cast as the Batman in Matt Reeves' upcoming reboot of the aforementioned character. And just like clockwork, the hate train on Twitter has gone insane. Last time I checked, didn't this happen with Ben Affleck? Didn't this happen with George Clooney, Val Kilmer? It's the same repetitive garbage all the time. This is the toxic Batman fan base that we deal with all the time. This is the same people who saying, well, if Batman had proper preparation time, he can beat anybody. Get out of here with that. You know, Ricochet was right. Ricochet is correct, and he is absolutely correct. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Ricochet is the wrestler, and recently on the video, or Up, Down, Down, he mentioned it to Xavier Woods why he doesn't like the Batman fan base. But he likes Batman. He's just that they overrate him. So when it comes to casting, Batman is treated like he has to be some perfect casting, and it's been bad different interpretations of Batman. Good to some, bad to others. Like, to me, I love Michael Keaton. Like, as it stands right now, Michael Keaton still remains my favorite Batman. And it's not because of nostalgia. I know I was 11 when the movie came out in 89. It's because I've watched all the Batman films, and he turns out to be my favorite Batman. Like, he was Bruce Wayne. He had, like, the mental complications. He had the kind of idiosyncrasies of that kid that lost his parents in the alleyway that tragic night. But he was Batman as well. And yes, people were, oh my God, you talking about Mr. Mom is going to be Batman? People had problems with Michael Keaton. To be honest with you, you being that comedic actor, Michael Keaton is going to be Batman. And he turns out that he's still an icon. And he wasn't the Batman at first. There was other people to play him on TV and film. So this was a new 1989, new at that time, version of Batman. And he turns out to be one of the most revered Batman casting ever. But let's get back to what we're talking about with Robert Pattinson. Look, Twilight was a long time ago, okay? And quite honestly, I don't like those films. You would never catch me owning one of those. I've laughed at Ralph the Movie Maker's reviews of them because the fan base, you want to talk about toxic fan base? Oh, dear God, they are the worst. No, Jacob, you say that to me. And then you see like clips of it. Bella, I would fight for you until my heart stops beating. It's the dumbest shit. It's so damn cheesy. It is so awful. Like, I don't know. That got to be stuff for teenage girls. If there's a grown woman who still admits that she loves Twilight, oh man, nope. Okay? To me, Twilight is for teenage girls and gay men. Yeah, I said gay men. Because I know I've seen a lot of men who were going crazy over the lichens or werewolves, you want to call them, shirtless. They did that just for the girls and the boys. They did that for that. That was fan service. Twilight is fucking fan service. But why am I talking about that shit? Robert Pattinson is far removed from playing, who was it, Edward, his name was? He's far removed from that shit. He's been in a lot of good movies. He's played a lot of good roles. And people are going crazy over that. And I thought the Ben Affleck backlash was going to be bad. And stuff like, oh, he can't act, he can't do this and stuff, he's terrible and stuff like that. And I'm like, look, I'm with Armin. Give the dude a chance. You've complained, whined, and bellyached about damn near every casting of Batman. But you guys were totally okay with Christian Bale. And honestly, if you ask me, Christian Bale was a god awful Bruce Wayne. Okay? Anybody could be in the Batman suit and the voice. Y'all look, take Christian Bale, Batman, his interpretation of Batman away from Christopher Nolan's overall work and put him in any other movie, and you will see what I'm talking about. So this is why Michael Keaton is still my favorite Batman, even though Begins is one of my favorite Batman movies ever. Okay? And it's because it was an origin. Overall, the character was in his beginning phases. But no, it evolved to The Dark Knight, which was a good film, but to me it was a bit overrated. It wasn't a Batman film to me. It was a Joker film, which is good, but still though, it was called The Dark Knight. So anyway, I really don't understand all the outrage. Why is it so repetitive and it's so routine every time there's a new Batman casting? And y'all know y'all gonna take y'all monkey asses to see the movie anyway. But people can't help but complain. Like, people don't realize they're just destined to repeat themselves. Now, if this was them totally recasting Tony Stark, yeah, I can understand. And I would understand why people are so guarded about it. But how many times has this happened with Batman? Most of you guys remember every Batman. From Adam West to Michael Keaton to Val Kilmer to George Clooney to Christian Bale to Ben Affleck, now to Robert Pattinson. I was alive for Michael Keaton down to now. Okay? So I really don't see what's the big fuss. We haven't seen him in the costume. We haven't seen him in the trailer. We don't know what to expect. We haven't even heard him do his American accent or the voice he's going to do for Batman. I know he's done American accents in the past, but they've been Southern for the most part. And we don't know how he's going to do we don't know nothing. Okay? I could see the man's jawline. I could see him as a year one Batman, probably. Or I could see him as, like, fairly rookie Batman. I could see that. Because not every Batman is going to be the same. Every world has had a different aesthetic. And God knows he might fit into the aesthetic of whatever Matt Reeves has planned. Hence why the casting happened. Okay? Hence why it happened. Michael Keaton fit into that gothic, dark, like that gargoyle-filled city that Tim Burton envisioned. This is why he chose Beetlejuice to be Batman. Alright? And Val Kilmer kind of fit into Joel Schumacher's toy. Because Val Kilmer can ham it up. I don't know if you guys ever seen Top Secret, but that movie was so fucking funny. And Val Kilmer owned it in that movie. So this whole comical, nonsensical world of Batman Forever is right up Val Kilmer's alley. And who knew that George Clooney, Mr. ER, could actually cheese up a movie that's even cheesy, even more cheesy of Joel Schumacher? I don't get it. Now, those two movies particularly my cup of tea, especially Batman and Robin. But those movies are indirectly some of the funniest Batman movies I've seen. It's like on a caliber of fucking the Batman the movie when he was trying to get rid of the bomb, and that shit should have blew up a long time ago. The bat shark repellent. Yes, it's like that. Just new age, just homoerotic butt shots, bat nipple suits. It was ridiculous. Okay, but the Batman and Batman Returns was a different world compared to Forever and Batman and Robin, and then we had the Nolan trilogy, and then we had Ben Affleck's interpretation during Zack Snyder's vision of Batman. Okay, and partly Joss Whedon's. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was a mess. Anyway, now we don't know what Matt Reeves is gonna bring to the table yet, let alone have we seen any conceptual art. So I'm saying you never know. Rob Patterson may fit into that world just fine, but we don't know yet because people complained about Ben Affleck. And I'm gonna say this one more time before I finish it. They complained about Ben Affleck, but when they saw that warehouse fight scene, the Batman fanboys were fucking jizzing in their pants. It's like Arkham Assault. It's like the Arkham games. Now, if they would have capitalized on that, we wouldn't be here now getting these recasts. We would have had a solo Batman film a long time ago, and they would have had that aesthetic. They should have just let Zack Snyder do Batman. I think that's what he really wanted to do, was Batman. I wish he would have just did Batman, because people say a lot of shit about Zack Snyder, but Watchmen, the action in Watchmen, the fight scene, especially the alleyway fight when Silk Spectre 2 and Night Owl were getting down, and Night Owl 2, Dan and what's her name? I forgot her first name. Damn, I forgot her first name. You know who I'm talking about. Miss Jupiter, not the daughter. You know what I'm talking about. Marlon Ackerman's character. It just escapes my right now. When you saw them fighting in the alleyway, they were getting down. On the prison fight, and I seen Night Owl, how he was going, how the cape was moving. I was like, yo, this could be Batman. He could do Batman fight scenes, but then when you seen him with the new stunt team and Batman v Superman and how they filmed that fight scene, I'm like, this is what it should have been. They should have just made that a Batman movie. But I digress. So, in the end, I really don't give a shit about giving outrage to Robert Pattinson. I think it might be fun, it might not be fun, but it is too early for you guys to be fucking crying about it like a bunch of little girls. So as usual, because I'm Fury, I'm here, and now I'm out. Peace.